We're going to explore this article from BuzzFeed News about the owner of Zara. He's one of the richest guys in the world. We're talking about Bill Gates level. At some point, he was even more millionaire than Bill Gates, just for a little period of time. So the headline of the article says this: Zara's billionaire owner was praised for helping in the coronavirus crisis. Workers in Myanmar paid the price. So recently, it was the birthday of Zara's owner, and many ambulances came around his house to sing happy birthday. He's loved in Spain because of his philanthropic activities, also because he brought Zara into the world. So one of the keys of Zara's business model, which made them so successful, is they sell fast fashion. We've spoken about this. Fast fashion is you buy it, the seasons go fast, you find new clothes in a shop very quickly, and you buy the clothes for a very cheap price. So there's plenty of brands that do this, but Zara's specific business model is that when they first started, their supply chain was inside of Spain. It was very, very close, very tight. Instead of having brands clothes produced on the other side of the world. So this made the rhythm much faster, but also a very important detail: they have their products in the store, let's say 2 weeks, and after this product is in 2 weeks at the store, they take it out of the store. Instead, in some of the other stores, they reduce the price. They put them on sale, and the articles, the garments, stay in the stores for longer. At Zara, they don't do this. They just have the articles for a short period of time, and then they take it out. So this means that as consumers, we find something that we like, and we buy it at a regular price, because we know, as Zara consumers, that we will not see the article again. So they're playing into the psyche of the consumers, because if you don't get it right now, you're not going to get it. If you, for example, go to Gap or Abercrombie or many of these stores, you will come back and you will find these articles at a discounted price, a very, very good discounted price, probably a month later, or you're gonna find it in outlets or things like that. At Zara, no, you buy it right now or you don't. So that made the brand really, really successful, right? But once again, we find the other side of the coin. So this article that I explored specifically talks about two factories, two sweatshops in Myanmar. Myanmar is very close to China. They're together, and they were scared because they're so close to it, and people cross the frontier in a daily basis to go to work. So they were worried about the pandemic. So at some point, while the owner of Zara is being celebrated in Spain, at the same time, workers in Myanmar are asking for the owners or managers of these sweatshops or factories to provide them with masks, so they could, protect themselves. They gave them the masks, but they didn't change the masks in a little while. So as we know, even if they don't break, they don't last long. You touch them, you put them on a desk, they don't work anymore as a protective, device. So they asked for all these measures to protect the workers. So the management said, okay, let's think about it. We're gonna come with a solution. So when they come back, they fired everybody. You know, all of these workers, it's important to mention that they work on, they belong to unions, which protect all these workers. So after they asked for more protective equipment, they got fired, all of these people that belong to these unions. So it's a regular practice for these factories that they fire people that belong to unions, and then they hire people that don't belong to unions. Okay, there's a big mafia going on in all these factories because sometimes they don't even declare that these employees exist. So, you know, there's zero accountability for all these workers, no? So also one of the things that happened in Myanmar is that two men that were husbands of women working at one of these two sweatshops, they contracted the virus, and they live in very small dormitories that also they pay half of the salary to the factory that owns these dormitories, right? They work for the same factory that rent to them their dormitories. So these two men got sick because they live all together. Practically everybody knew they were sick. They come to the company and ask, first to protect them with gear, and then to let these two women, the wives of these men, sent back home, and again fired. While this is all happening as we speak, while the owner of Zara is praised for his philanthropic activity. So I'm gonna send this article to you. It's very it has a lot of details that are very important and are worth to read, because it's just unreal that there's so much difference, that people are living this way like this and working on these conditions to make 1, 2, 3 individuals uber rich when they cannot even have a day off, right? Some of these women, which specifically in Myanmar, 90% of the workforce are women. Some of them work 6 days a week, 11 to 14 hours. When they get out of their jobs, they have to buy groceries, they have to cook, they have to attend to their families. Probably they have 4 or 5 hours in the day to sleep, and then start all over again the next day. So it's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much. We need to be aware of this system of making rich 2, 3 while all of this horrible crisis is going on. Should be unacceptable. Should be. I'm gonna leave you now. Thank you for joining me. We're gonna see each other next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Please take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and stay safe, okay? I'll see you next week. Thank you.